Hey, my name is Zach Rosenberg, and my resolve is the U.S. federal government should heavily regulate internet pornography. Internet pornography needs heavier regulations. Michael G. Flood from the Australian Research Centre in Sex, Health and Society, who has a doctorate in gender and sexuality studies, wrote in The Harms of Pornography: Exposure Among Children and Young People, that especially among boys and young men who are frequent consumers of pornography, including of more violent materials, consumption intensifies attitudes supportive of sexual coercion and increases their likelihood of perpetrating assault, and that pornography is a poor and indeed dangerous sex educator. In Exposure to Internet Pornography Among Children and Adolescents, a national survey, those who report intentional exposure to pornography, irrespective of source, are significantly more likely to cross-sectionally report delinquent behavior and substance use in the previous year. Further, online seekers versus offline seekers are more likely to report clinical features associated with depression and lower levels of emotional bonding with their caregiver. This was written by Dr. Michelle Ibarra, President and Research Director of Internet Solutions for Kids, and Kimberly J. Mitchell, a Research Assistant Professor of Psychology at the Crimes Against Children Research Center. The American Center for Law and Justice, or ACLJ, firmly advocates change in the definition of obscenity, which would allow lawmakers to freely address the threat of pornography poses to their communities. The Supreme Court adopted its 1973 definition, seemingly because it nobly desired an expansive interpretation of the First Amendment while cutting out only the forms of pornography that harm society. However, empirical evidence since then has strongly proven that pornography in general leads to violence and to the degradation of communities. As a result, it cannot be doubted that the Supreme Court's newer, relaxed definition of obscenity has harmed society. Also, because of pornography's uniqueness effects on neighborhoods and local crime, local communities have an important role to play in preventing harmful effects. ACLJ urges all municipalities to adopt zoning ordinances that curb their effects of pornographic businesses. Of children ages 10 and 11, 17% of boys and 16% of girls have been exposed to unwanted online pornography. The key word there is unwanted. The plan I want to enforce is that known as the Internet Community Reports Act, or the ICPA. As stated by Cheryl B. Preston, who works for BYU J. Reuben Clark Law School, the ICPA is devised to offer nationwide support for the effective implementation of Internet channeling technology, and it has the capability to balance the constitutional right to freedom and expression and the right to be free from uninvited speech in the privacy of one's private property. The ICPA can help these children avoid what they don't want to see and can help internet porn regulations.